watching TVC Breakfast. As Nigeria looks ahead for alternative revenue options, the tourism sector holds the potential to provide billions of naira for the country.
But despite the country's rich cultural heritage and vast natural endowments, that sector is still largely untouched. TVC News Olawakan visited the ancient city of Badagry, which is one of Nigeria's foremost tourist attractions, to see the impact of tourism on the host community.
This is Wawu Palace in Badagry. Not many people know about the tourism impact this kingdom can have on the generality of the community and Lagos at large. The seat of the British canon donated to King Aholu Wawu of Badagry for the abolition of slave trade and the Union Jack in 1843 are still here. The Wawu of Badagry Kingdom explains the role played by his forebears in the establishment of what is today called Badagry.
It was not written by me, but by the people who brought it, to indicate that it is Wawu that made it possible for slavery to stop in Badagry.
He says the tourism prowess of Wawu has not been adequately harnessed. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, in 2017, the tourism sector in Nigeria accounted for 34% of GDP and about 20% of the nation's employment creation. Maldives with 39.6% contribution to GDP and British Virgin Islands with 35.4% are some of the countries that depend on tourism for development.
And the one over there used to be on the head of his horse.
In Badagry, it is perceived that most of the slave trade relics have been abandoned. This is the Brazilian Barracoon, now Abbas Seriki Slave Museum. The structure, being managed by the family, needs proper government attention. 40 slaves were kept in this small room, while 40 of such rooms existed here. Here lies the remains of Chief William Seriki Abbas, who married 128 wives.
Once he be 144. Nínú wọn lèmi jẹ́ last born ọmọ wọn.
These tourism artifacts could be the basis of attraction for foreign and local tourists. In 2018, a total of 13,609 visitors were recorded to have visited the first-story building in Nigeria, located in Badagry. This number keeps increasing because of the proper maintenance of the structure and the efforts to preserve its originality. How can sustainable tourism development have more impact on the host community like Badagry?
In doing one tourist activity, you need a whole lot of organization, a lot of value chain to deliver on that asset, which is what we need to solve unemployment in particular.
Everybody benefits from tourism. People get employed. If you're a creative person, you can indulge yourself, you can find a way with an idea. You be a part of tourism and you make a source of living for yourself and your family.
This is O2 Islander, one of the many spots where tourists are allowed to come into Badagry through. Also, from this particular point, one can get to the point of no return.
Directly, I have 9 people working that pay salary to. But around me, I have more than 50 people that depend on this because I'm assisting here.
Ogundijo Bolanle is a trader here. She has been living in Badagry for more than 10 years. She believes more people and businesses can be positively impacted if the government can put some things in place. Nigerians believe economic diversification from oil to other sectors like tourism can only yield desired revenue for the country if tourist locations are properly managed and maintained. Ola Awakon, TVC News, Lagos.
All right, joining me now from Lagos via Skype is the travel consultant Sam Madeleke. Sam, good morning. It's good to have you join me right now. Let us put it this way. Is Nigeria really ready for tourism? Because when you travel to Rwanda or Kenya or Tanzania or South Africa or Namibia and some of these African countries, you see wonderful nature. You see how government is developing tourism. How about Nigeria? What can you say?
At the moment, Nigeria is still paying lip service to tourism. It's simple. We do not have a separate Ministry of Tourism. We currently have a Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. In fact, tourism is supposedly under culture, which should not be. Every other country in the world has a separate Ministry of Tourism. In fact, look at a country like Kenya and South Africa. Aside having a Ministry of Tourism, they have a Kenyan Tourism Board, Seychelles Tourism Board, South African Tourism Board, a dedicated agency that is focused towards promoting and marketing the potentials of that destination. Now let's look at Badagry, which I've visited over time.
Sorry for interrupting you, but Nigeria has the National Tourism Development Corporation or Commission,
which is an agency by Foley Coker. But then, by law, they are not actually supposed to promote, because I've spoken with the man. He said their role is simply to regulate the activities of tourism organizations. That's the hotel regulators, the restaurants and all that. They're actually not enabled to market and promote. In fact, the budget allocated to them is not up to $20,000 monthly, whereas these other agencies around the world have as much as...
Sam, if I may ask, what is the role of private sectors? Because they are the ones who should actually champion this. If Nigeria's tourism sector is very untapped, we expect private sectors or private companies to take advantage of it.
I can assure you, I run a private organization, a tour company, and I have lots of people in the industry who are also doing a lot to welcome tourists into Nigeria. Now, for example, Badagry. We go there over and over again with foreign tourists who love the experience. In fact, they get emotional when we take them through the journey from the Barracoon to the point of no return to the cemeteries, to places where they were like, wow, wow, wow. And guess what? An average of 500 foreigners come into Nigeria daily to experience Badagry, to experience Nikkei Art Gallery, to experience National Museum, to experience Lakwe Lakes and Resort, to experience Lekki Conservation Center, which has the longest canopy walkway in Africa. So individually, people are doing a lot. In fact, there are times in which foreigners will tell us that, Sam, I find it difficult getting visa into Nigeria. They're making it so difficult that we have to place a call to Nigeria immigration or to Nigeria custom just to allow people to get into the country. Now, even though the government has the visa on arrival policy, but then there's still a lot of bottlenecks at the airports. Our airports are not welcoming. People get into the country and they're like, wow, Sam, your airport is hot. The lines are too long. They are not friendly. You know, people don't see Lagos as a touristic destination or Abuja. They see it as a solely business destination. But regardless, when they come, they so much enjoy the beauty, the warmth, the friendliness of the people, because Nigerians actually love to welcome people. And we are doing a lot. I guess it is the government, just like every other country, who needs to do so much more in pumping money to promote Nigeria at the global scale.
All right, Sam Adeleke, thank you very much for lending a voice on this. Sam is a travel consultant. Thank you very much.